All right, here it is. Today is day one, week two. So we're gonna hit legs today. This week's gonna be a little weird. It's gonna be technically a 6-day week. So I'm lifting Monday. I'm gonna hit legs on Monday. My friend is gonna hit. His name's Mike. Mike's gonna hit legs on Tuesday. I'm not gonna lift on Tuesday. I have a bunch of family coming over, so I decided to take that day off. Today is his day off of work. So he's just wants to have a full rest day. Can't blame him. So I'm hitting legs on Monday. He's hitting legs on Tuesday. So then on Wednesday, we're on the same page. Wednesday, we're going to hit probably chest try. Thursday, we'll be back by. And then Friday will be legs again. And he said he might not come Friday. I think he has another obligation to go to. But then he's going to join me again for Saturday. So he's only getting 5 days in. But, it's whatever. He's only getting 4 days in. But also, he's not an athlete. He's not playing college ball. He's not powerlifting. He's just lifting to get back into lifting. He used to lift a lot back in the day. Like, me and him used to be lifting all the time. But, he's in the workforce, life. Can't blame the guy. Everyone doesn't need 5 days of lifting, especially 2 leg days is kind of, ridiculous. But anyways, so we are going to hit, sorry, that was really weird. So we're going to hit a more structured leg day. What I've been doing a lot for, and I think this is because, I got to realize this is because I was trying to I was operating low energy mode all of school year. I did that squat pyramid where I would do do 5 for a plate, 5 reps, 5 reps for a plate, 5 reps for 2 plates, 5 for 3, 5 for 4, 5 for 4 I'd go probably get to 4 for 4. Then I'd go to 3 or 4 for 450. Then do something for 500, and that would kind of be it. I would just work all the way up to something, and I would probably, the top set would be 550 or even a 575 if I was feeling really good. I think I've got to stop doing that, because that was just keeping my strength up. I was touching 500 every week just to make sure I understood that weight, so when I go for a heavier max, it's good. So what I'm doing today is I think I'm gonna warm up, of course, plate 2, 3, but I think I'm gonna start doing I think today I'm gonna ease back into it and do 3 sets of 8. I think that's gonna be the agenda. 3 sets of 8 of 405. My record for 405, not that I try to do as many as possible, was 12 or 15. I don't know. But I remember it was something like that, but that was once again, that was the top of my workout. That was the top set. I want that to, I want to be able to do 405 for 12 every day. So you got to train like that. So yeah, I think 3 sets of 8 is a great way to get into it. 405. It's gonna be tough. But if I just push through it, I feel like I can do anything. And that translates to a lot of weightlifting. Besides, what's the word? Compound lifts, bench squat, deadlift, hang clean, power clean, push press. Obviously you have a limit, but when you go to accessories, a lot of the time you can do more weight than you think. And it's just you're mentally just being okay, this is a good enough weight where I'm getting fatigued. But it's is that the weight that you're really getting the top amount of work in? Because if you're not getting the top amount of work in, then why are you working in general? Obviously, if you have an injury, it's different. Getting back into it different. But I'm back into lifting. I have no ailments, but I have a little bit of a lower back thing right now. I think it's fine though. So besides that, why don't I just go to failure on everything, or at least close to failure? So that's gonna be our method for this week. We'll see how that plans out. But yeah, so I'm only going to record the 3 sets of 8 of 405. And then we're going to do a regular leg day with extensions and leg extensions and leg curls. This gym has both a regular, sit down extension and curl. They also have a sit down extension, single leg extension, and a sit down single leg curl. You saw the single leg curl I did the other week. I think what I'm going to do, instead of doing 3 sets of one of them, I'm going to do 2 sets of each of them. So I'm going to do 2 sets, like for leg curls, I'm going to do 2 sets of the single leg, 2 sets of the double leg. Which one I'm going to do first? Not sure yet. Probably, I think it'd probably be best to do the double leg first. But I'm going to do that for the extensions as well. I'm going to do the lunges. I'm going to try to do everything. I'm going to get calves in. Calves, I forgot to do that last week, unless I'm cramping up, because sometimes at the end of the workout I start to cramp up. And water consumption hasn't been great today, but it is what it is. But yeah, let's let the lifting talk. Okay, so I think 4 sets of 8 or whatever I said is a little ambitious. So we're gonna stick with the 405, but we're gonna do 6 reps. We're gonna do 3 sets of 6, 405. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is. This weight's really kicking my ass. So 1 more set. I'm gonna do a 4 again. If I can get 4. And hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I usually have pre on my leg days, so man, hopefully I can just chalk it up to that. I only had an energy drink today. I don't know. Whatever. All right, that was it. That was leg day. Things I didn't record. I didn't record lunges. I didn't record sus machine either way. One thing I will say though, lunges I only got 2 sets in. I was really, that might have to be an end of workout burnout set because that was really tough right after squats. I want to talk about that in a second too. Also for what's it called? For abductor, adductor, I usually do 3 sets each way. I started doing 4 sets today. And for calves, I usually do 3. Today I'm doing, for now on, I'm going to do 4. I think that 4 sets is going to be a lot more beneficial. Obviously, I mean, I think it was Mike Menzer who said it, 10 sets is great, 20 sets is better, and 40 sets even more. But obviously, more sets are better. But the main thing I think I'm going to I want to do is volume. Because as we saw, I mean, I've been in a very good calorie deficit for, a week and a half. So what my energy level is now, like, you have regular energy level when you eat regular for me. Then when you start a calorie deficit, it goes down. And then after like 4 or 5 days, you're back at like what your...
Here's an answer from Wikipedia.
Sorry. You're like what your regular energy level is. So my normal energy level here, calorie deficit energy level here. And so with that being said, I now understand what my energy level is going to be in this deficit that I'm doing. And I think that I'm going to be able to do more weight, more exercise, more time under tension with higher volume rather than, with higher volume rather than higher weight. Now I do want to compete in the winter, not the winter, this is the winter. I do want to compete in the spring. So definitely I'm going to have some days I do heavier. But with that being said, I think for the most part, I only have like 4 weeks of winter. I don't even know when I'm going to freaking fit that in, to be honest. It just might just have to be a volume winter. But, good leg day. I think we did good overall. The squats, we'll talk about that. I was late getting into the gym. I got here, I was on my phone for like 10 minutes. I had an energy drink, one of those Fat Primes, 200 milligrams to the domicile. Didn't get great energy from that. Didn't get zero mental focus from that, let me tell you. After I drank that, I was on my phone for like another 15 minutes in the car. And for me specifically, this is different for everyone. Especially on like a leg day, I drink my energy drink, I drink my caffeine, whatever it is for the day, and I'm in the gym within like 7 minutes. I don't know if that's the calorie deficit, but I'll say possibly a little bit that, but I do definitely want to say it was a lot of, that I didn't have my pre-workout. Pre-workout versus energy drink, just makes all the difference. Energy drinks just mainly for energy, and then pre-workout, for me, the ones that I buy are like stimulants. Mental stimulant, physical stimulant. Now, this might just be bro science speaking, but I feel a lot more focused. My muscles feel a lot more better mind-muscle connection. I just feel like I can get a better lift. Energy drinks, I drink that when I need to go drive somewhere and I'm feeling a little tired. I personally don't drink coffee. I definitely should. That's one of the changes I am gonna make when I'm at my goal, when I'm at 280. Lord knows when that's happening. I guess I could ramble on for that for a little bit. Why not? That's another thing that I was thinking of just in general. I want to not have all these processed things. Like, a lot of these processed things I'm having right now are to aid in, not having the urge to go buy a whole big back meal at McDonald's. So I need a little something sweet. I need like a sweet energy drink, sweet gum, all these additives, preservatives. I know it's bad for you. But also being morbidly obese is really bad for you too. But so it's like pick your poison. My eyes, I'm fat now. I do all this like additives, preservatives, whatever, to like help me lose the weight. And then when I lose the weight, I know it's just stay in a calorie deficit. but it is easier, I think, in all the weights I've been at. If I'm like focusing on what I'm eating, it's so easy to just maintain. It was just as easy to maintain 340 as it was to maintain 420. And I speak that both those from experience. The reason I gained weight after 340 is because I didn't care. I just, at that part of my life, I just really didn't care about my weight. And so I just ate what I wanted to eat. That's all it was. But if I, if that's not the case, and it's because obviously it's mental, if that's not the case, then it's easy. I can just maintain whatever weight I'm at. I haven't been below 340 in, many years. But, we'll see. We'll hump that bump when we get there. And yes, we'll talk about the weigh-in because I didn't talk about that before. Weighed in at 355, very good. It was 362 last week, so it's 7 pounds, 7 days. Don't expect that to be the norm. On top of that, I also, what's it called? I also have 2 days of I'm going to, it's under 48 hours, I'll say that, because it's dinner on Wednesday, and then a good amount of the day on Thursday. Thursday is Christmas, obviously. But yeah, so I'm with family, there's holidays, blah, 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 blah. So I'm making a personal decision to take off those 2 days. And then, I believe, I can't confirm this yet, I think December 31st, New Year's, that night I'm going to have not a cheat meal as in I'm going to get all this yummy food, but I am going to, my parents want me to go out to dinner, and they are very, conscientious that I am trying to lose weight, so they're not forcing me to go out, blah, blah, but I want to go out, I want to, see people, and blah, blah. So those are the 3 days this winter that I think, besides that, I think that's it. And you can knock off an extra 15 pounds. This is only week 1, or now it's week 2. But we just finished week 1, and we're a third of the way to our goal. So theoretically, the next 2 weeks, I only need 2 weeks if I lose 7 pounds in 2 weeks. Sorry, 14 pounds in 2 weeks, 7 pounds a week. Then I would just be at my goal, and I'd have a whole extra week to just, not necessarily want to lose. It's obviously not going to happen because I'm taking days off. Weight loss is probably going to slow down. And another comment I got, because I posted this on my story, and someone was like, oh, it's probably just water weight that you lost. I would think that's true, but I was 2 weeks ago, I was 375. And then I was calorie deficit for a day or two. I got down to 369. And then I got sick for 3 days. And that, obviously, when you get sick, you lose weight, you're dehydrated. That's how I got down to 363, 362. And then from there, I started my diet, and now I'm there. In addition to that, I'm taking 10 grams of creatine, which is also all about water retention. So, this is bro science. With all those factors combined, I don't think what I lost was water weight. But, I think maybe 2 pounds of it was water weight. I'll say 2 pounds was water weight. I think 5 pounds of it was, body tissue, and 2 pounds was water weight. So yeah, that's about it. Leg day was good. That's the weigh-in. Tuesday, tomorrow, I am not lifting.
Could you say?
I don't know why that keeps going off. Tuesday, tomorrow, I am not lifting. I'm going to take Tuesday off. My friend's going to hit his leg day Tuesday. Wednesday, we'll be back for chest try. Thursday, back by. Friday, I think he's taking off as well. That's when I'm going to hit that day 5, weird day 5 core cardio, miss anything. And then, actually, I don't know that far. But we're lifting, the rest of this week we're lifting. Today's Monday, we're skipping Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So those are my other 4 days. That's about it. I will see you guys Wednesday night, Thursday morning, whenever I upload that video. Have a good one.